API3, an absolute titan in terms of the Oracle game. Really, really strong. Has not really achieved what many thought it would in terms of price. I still think there is room for this to do very, very well. It's going to depend on listings. It's also going to depend on how Chainlink does and generally this bull cycle. I'm going to get into all of that in a second. But before I do, guys, if you're new here, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. When I did the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these coins, them coins that I expect were going to make me a lot of cash. And if you'd have done the same, let's say you'd popped in $100 when I released the videos, you'd gotten in at these prices, all you would have had to do is sit on those coins for 16 months, then jump on your wallet and sell them, and you just sold at these prices, and these are what your profits would have been. So $100 into each, in under a year and a half, would have netted you a profit of over 123 grand. Now the thing is, you don't have a year and a half to sort your portfolios out. We are in a bull cycle right now. September, this month, we're going to be having interest rate cuts in America. We are going to be having huge money printing. Those two things were big catalysts in 2021 to push prices much, much higher. If you're holding coins that you're not confident in at all, time to sort it out. If you go to copymycrypto.com, on there you will see what my members have earned. You will see the successes we have had. Everything on there is public record. You can verify it all on the history of this channel. On the site, I share my entire portfolio with my members, and whenever I add to my portfolio with a new coin, I tell my members the coin and the price that I'm buying it at. When I sell a coin, I tell my members the coin I'm selling and the price I'm selling it at. So my members are in and out of crypto, same price as me, so they make the same profit, but they don't have any work to do. And again, if that sounds good to you, pause this video, read through the entire site, verify it all, and if you like what you see, maybe try it out, because like I say, this month and October are set to be very, very good months. Now, API3, don't know why that randomly stopped working. So API3 is an Oracle. Now, one thing I'll say with API3, obviously it launched in 2020, actually did pretty well. I believe this is a coin that, is it Elio Trades? I think Elio Trades was talking this up a lot. And it hit like highs of $10.31, but didn't really continue. And the problem is, I suppose, from a sexy perspective, oracles are not particularly sexy. It's the same principle as data. Data is not sexy. But it does make money. So one issue that API3 addresses in particular is the third-party situation. Now, within your standard Oracle, they tend to not be fully integrated. They tend to be using third-party data. You're using, the middlemen cost really does add to the cost of smart contracts and everything else. And it usually ends up going towards the end user, those additional costs, not so much to the crypto project itself. API3 is solving this problem. And obviously oracles, their whole focus is giving reliable data. So API3's stated goal is to allow decentralized versions of APIs to be built, managed and monetized at scales. As blockchain tech plays an even bigger role in the economy, from decentralized finance to supply chain management, the team behind the project says it has never been more important for smart contracts to provide timely, reliable, real-world data. And that was it. At present, there was no, when they launched, there was no way for smart contracts to establish a direct connection with APIs for the latest data. And this led to an explosion in the popularity of oracles. But again, oracles were all middlemen situations. So, yeah, what API3 have tried to address this, and they talk about it here. Oracles are a form of middleware that sit in between APIs and smart contracts, increasing cost and centralization. API3 intends to get around this problem by enabling API providers to operate their very own nodes. The founders of API3 are Heikki Vantinen, Burak Benlegire, I'm just butchering names, I'm sorry, and Sasha Milik. All have got very good resumes in terms of their careers. Feel free to look all of that up. So API3 itself is, I believe, one of the stronger Oracle projects in the space. I mean, Pyth has obviously emerged out of nowhere, and that's doing pretty well. I mean, it's, Pyth launched and really started trying to get a foothold in the top 100 very, very fast. Chainlink is obviously the granddad, I guess, of Oracle's. It's been around, it's the first of its kind, first mover advantage is a bigger thing. It's also the most integrated Oracle system in all of crypto. API3 itself doesn't yet have an ecosystem that I think it warrants, given the strength of the project. They also have, and like what I want to talk about particularly is the AirNode. So this is their integration platform that basically allows your API providers to deploy and manage their AirNode on their own. What this means is, again, you're getting timely real-world data that you are effectively integrating, you're running, and that's a big, big plus, because again, there is not an additional cost. AirNode is open source, it's free to use under the MIT license. So again, there's not this additional cost that's being put upon a cryptocurrency project, which tends to then, again, historically, those crypto projects offset those costs upon end user. It's also multi-chain. AirNode is compatible with most Ethereum virtual machine-based blockchains, including Ethereum, Polygon POS, ZK EVM, Arbitrum, Avalanche, BNB Chain, Phantom, and many, many more. The problem, again, here for me, while I am bullish on the actual technology and bullish on what they're trying to achieve, and I actually think, again, it's one of the better Oracle projects around. It's properly decentralized. It's truly in control of, it's truly a system that is that the crypto projects themselves can be in control of effectively. Yet it's not really integrated as widely as you would expect. Even from an ecosystem perspective, I mean, it's usually very, very easy to just sort of find all of this info. Oddly difficult today. OEV network, maybe? Obviously proof of stake. So you can earn by staking. Stop bleeding value, start using API3, recapture value that your lending protocol is needlessly leaking away. The OEV network supercharges all API3 data fees, allowing use. So again, they've got a really good USP here. It's just fully integrated. You can fully integrate it. I think everything about this is very, very strong, except price action and except integrations. It is integrated with good projects. It's part of Polkadot and it's part of a number of different projects that are using it. Conflux, I think, is another one. And then the problem is you're not going to get a huge listing bounce. It's on Binance, it's on Coinbase. There's maybe some of the other exchanges that it's not actually on, but unfortunately, that listing bounce is usually something quite significant. It's not going to have that. In this bull cycle, it went to highs of around $4.50, $4.60, which is pretty good. Particularly when it was at under $1. It's not bad at all. All-time high is $10.31. I do actually think this should be able to break it. The reality is that as the crypto space grows, there is going to be a need for a lot of different Oracle options, and there is a ton. There's a decent amount now. You've got Band, you've got Pyth, you've got Teller, you've got Chainlink, API3. There's many more. But in terms of technology, I think API3 is one of the better ones. So a big thing for them right now is really just busting a gut to try and get integrated with the biggest projects, to try and provide the biggest projects with a reason to come use them. And the reason is fairly obvious. It's just persuasion at this point that they need to do. But if they do it, I think API3 can get back to $10, and I honestly think there's a world where this can get to $20 or more. because that wouldn't be a staggering market cap, would it? $20, put it over 1.7 billion or so. It's not crazy high, and that should be achievable, especially because, again, as the crypto space grows, there is going to be a need for that competition of oracles. Chainlink isn't going to be able to sort every DeFi project out in the space. There's going to need to be other options. API3 is a really valid one. It's just, are the team really going to knuckle down and get this integrated more? And how are they going to focus on the price action to some degree? Like, they don't have, that shouldn't be their number one priority. I don't think that should be a number one priority for any crypto project, but it should be a priority at some point. I think API3 is very, very strong. At the moment, it's at like $1.37. I think there's a world where this should be able to hit $20, but it's going to be probably hitting that based off of news more than anything. Like a big announcement that they are, the Cardano, as an example, is using all of API3's data feeds, or a big announcement that an XRP or a Solana, Solana's very unlikely, but yeah, if you had one of the big daddy projects that announces API3 is going to be integrated with all projects within the ecosystem, that would explode this. But I think it's going to be a news-based thing, so it's going to be very much pay attention to what they're saying, pay attention to the announcements of API3, and if you start seeing them building momentum in terms of integrations, they've got a shot of starting to get not only to double digits to an all-time high. But it's not going to be easy at this point. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Do you think this is going to hit double digits, or do you think there's just no chance in hell? Do you think Pytha's now taken the lead in terms of what the strongest Oracle project around? Where do you stand on Oracles? Share in the comments. And guys, look, we're in a bull cycle right now. If you're not happy with your portfolio, then do something about it, because fundamentally the markets are going to rip to the upside sooner or later, particularly when we've got huge money printing in America, we've got huge rate cuts that are coming in America. It looks probable that Donald Trump's going to win the election as well, and Donald Trump would be far more bullish for crypto than Condoleezza Rice. I was about to say, Jesus, that's a flashback. Kamala Harris. So, yeah, there's a lot of external variables that really should push this market forward. If you're not confident in the coins you own, jump onto copymycrypto.com, have a look at what my members have made, have a look at the successes we've had, read through the site. Everything on there is public record. You can literally verify it all on the history of this channel. Copymycrypto.com is where I share with my members every single coin I own. Whenever I buy or sell any coin, my members are told what the coin is and the price. So they're in and out of crypto the same price as me, so they make the same profit, but they have no damn work to do at all. And if that sounds good to you, like I said, get onto the site, have a look around, verify it all. If you like what you see, try it out. Because this month, with all the money printing and all the rate cuts, there's going to be a lot happening. And that is it from me. I'll see you in the next vid. Bye-bye.